I guess
Let's
we
keep
could
it rolling.
stay with my little group for a while.
And it's like, and she brightens almost perceptibly. It's like, really? You do that?
Well, the next mission we're gonna do is pretty low
It's
risk,
like, oh,
so
who
you'll
cares about
feel
that?
safe.
It's like, really? Like, high risk, low risk, she doesn't care either way, so. Like she says,
Yeah,
she's got nothing else to live for. Might as well live something exciting.
yeah. I guess if you want.
Okay, so. And then she has a wry smile. It's like, okay, so I take this offer. What do I have to give in return?
I shrug.
So this is where it gets real awkward. Basically, she starts undoing her blouse, like right there, and is this what I have to offer?
Um, you don't have to feel obliged to do anything like that.
And it's like, oh come on, even without obliged, this is gonna happen anyway. So hold on, let me roll one more thing. So that's the point where basically you hear somebody stumble in. And there's only a couple people who could stumble in. You basically see Heartflame. She's half asleep. She's like yawning. And she sits down at the table. It's like, huh, you guys gonna, you guys about to do something? Or am I interrupting something?
Um,
So she's
I
just sitting down casually eating. Claire's still undoing her clothing.
I am so confused right now.
So. And Heartflame's the one that's like, what is there to be confused about? It looks like she's trying to force herself on you. She's clearly drunk. It's like, maybe you should, and so she's trying to be the voice of reason. It's like, maybe you should wait until she's not drunk?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. It's like, Claire's like, what are you talking about? I'm not drunk. As she's getting, like, in the nude, it's like, what are you talking about? I'm not drunk. It's like, and Heartflame's like, touch your hand to your forehead. And she misses completely and just falls on her back. Like, out of the chair.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay, so. It's like, see? Clearly drunk. And she is unconscious. So, clearly drunk.
You wanna help me drag her to one of the beds?
It's like, fine. And so, like, she's basically picking, like, she's the one picking her up, because apparently she's the. It's like, so what's the story here? Are you really going to do that with her so easily, or what's happening here?
She's the one who asked.
It's like, it's like, and just like that, it's just no resistance, nothing, just.
Well, I might have stopped her. I'm not sure. You kind
Okay.
of stumbled in
It's
before I
she's
was
looking
able
at
to
her.
make a
Basically, she's
decision.
holding her and she's half clothed, and it's like, yeah, you really stopped her, didn't you?
I haven't made a decision yet.
I think you need to. It's like I think you need to decide a little faster.
Yeah, but I'm not very
User
good at these
joined your
things.
channel.
It's like, fine. And so like she's hauling her off.
I'd finish my food and then go to bed.
Okay, so you arrive. She's like I said, now that she's among people, she's completely uncivilized. I mean, like she's like she's spread in a very compromising pose on the bed. Heartflame's kind of like leaning to the right side to try and get as much distance away from her.
You know, there are multiple beds in this place.
It's like, well, if this is going to happen the way I think it's going to happen, I guess we're all going to be sharing the same bed anyway.
I shrug. And then just go
It's
in the
like,
middle.
Rang is the one who's like, says out loud, most you creatures always think of sexuality.
Well, it's pretty much the single reason we exist.
And it's like, it is a good thing your existence is fleeting. So Rang,
Did
very
you say
dark.
it's good that we die?
It's like, yes.
Well, at least Frank.
So it's like I never intended to be otherwise. And again, Rang doesn't really need to sleep. He never sleeps. It's just he's awake all the time. So he just flies over, he flies over to the mantle and he just perches there and watches everything happen.
I get one of the servant people to do some stuff for Rang.
Like what? I mean,
I don't know, fluff his feathers, groom him, etc.
okay, so he just kind of brushes them off because, he doesn't need grooming. He's an extra-dimensional raven. What does he need to be groomed for?
I don't know, I thought he'd like it.
Okay, so clearly he doesn't. He looks at it and he tries to peck at the hand that tries to touch him, so. Okay, so moving on. We gotta move on. So, Thorin. Are you active?
Yes, I am.
What about Adric? You're here, but is your mic active? Can you speak?
So,
Kinda. I kinda heard half of what that said.
can you hear me now?
It's a little quiet.
Not
I
quiet.
will turn myself up.
Yes, please. Do so. Okay, so Thorin, you just went straight to bed. Dawn tried to wake up and you just hushed her to sleep.
Yeah.
So that means you really don't have much to do because you're in sleep mode. See, the only thing I can think of is your dreams, so so nothing new there. I mean, it's the same dreams you always have. Dreams of your past, dreams you've seen before. Nothing new to be gained from them because you're not really looking. I mean, not yet.
I might be thinking about what to do next.
Yeah, so, but it's still more of the same. I mean, you've been through these dreams hundreds of times. They're your memories, so you get to the point where it's like, is this all my dreams are? It's just replaying old things I've done before.
That's why I'm probably gonna try to look closer at them,
Okay.
get a better view of them instead of just what
That
I
is
always-
a 20 challenge for insight. Getting into your own head again. So, nope. Still nothing.
One off.
just barely.
Again, it's like you look closer, but it's like, what else could I glean from this? I've seen these memories hundreds of times. I've analyzed them hundreds of times. Every time you close your eyes and go to sleep, this happens. So every time you need to rest, this happens. So you're analyzing your dreams all the time, and it's like, what else can I glean from this?
Oh well.
You notice Thornton knows who he is. It's just he doesn't quite get it, really, because he hasn't been there. He's never been to this land that he claims to be from.
Well, I have. I just
Yeah, but it's like it's a weird mind thing. It's like you have, but you haven't been there like recently or physically. You've never actually touched the soil. It's like you remember touching the soil, but you've never actually touched the soil recently. It's like a life that doesn't belong to you or something like that. Right, so moving on to because really that's as much as you can do because so you guys are going to be part of the meeting, which means let's see your condition when you get back. So, not a very good one, right? So let's see. Both of you guys roll. Let's see. What could I roll here? Constitution would probably be the most logical one. So, Constitution challenge. Jesus, it's like 15.
15.
So you're fine. I don't think either of you are going to be wounded. So, Spicoli, you're the other one, because this is you guys being here at the time of the meeting.
Con save?
Yeah, con save. So, Neandra just barely made. You did not. Okay, so you're the wounded one.
I'm a tough guy.
You're a tough guy, but it's like, this adventure is going to take it out of you. So when you arrive, you're going to be very exhausted. Let's see. You're going to have to do only a short rest because there's not enough time.
Wait, what happened?
It's if you're going to be here, this is me setting up the scene for you being here during this time of the meeting. So you come back sometime like 4 in the morning. After a long adventure, you're the one who's haggard. Neodra's exhilarated because this was a pretty interesting experience.
I got to stab things.
Yeah, you got to kill things.
I was the main threat, so.
So yeah, he was the one. Spicoli, you got the stab things, but Spicoli, he's the tank. He's the one on the front lines.
I'm the big
Yep.
fucking motherfucker that's
Yeah, so-
destroying people with, my lightning blade.
Then you have so they arrive in, and the pub is pretty empty by that time. I mean, everybody seems to be kind of not there, like not really. Like Brelog and them went back to their house. There are some extras like Kreen and Godfrey. They never leave the town. Like Kreen is in the corner. Is anybody actually? Let's see.
Does anyone notice?
Let's
you
roll
know,
perception.
damage?
So that's a 20. It's dark in here. It's like it's almost pitch black. You can kind of see a few candlelight, but okay. So
Here, hold on. Oh, where that? Oh, wait, what the fuck?
I don't know. Neodra's used to dark, dank places. You used to live in the arena,
That is not
So,
what I wanted to click.
you used to dark, dank places that are not very well lit.
Well, I have.
So, like
Exactly.
you see, Kreen is he is awake in the corner. He's just watching. He's just watching everything happening. Godfrey's the one who's he's basically knocked out at the table. You see a couple bottles of drink around him.
When I walk in, I do improve or radiance, meaning I give off twice as much light as a torch in an area.
Yeah, and you immediately hear the barkeep like, turn that off. People are trying to sleep.
Why are they sleeping in here? And I turn it off.
It's like, because they don't really have, it's like some people just like to sleep here, so, I try to keep the light to a minimum.
Okay, I make the radiance only so I know where I'm walking.
I don't believe he means sleep. I mean passed out. I think he means passed out drunk.
It's like, whatever. And like, you could tell the barkeep was also drinking, because he's laying behind the bar stand, like, in a makeshift bed. Made out of, it's like a sleeping bag or something.
I'm gonna need to figure out how to sell some blankets for people.
Okay, so most people have blankets. You see that? Let's see. Niltaor, where are you? Are you alive?
I'm still heading towards the spot that the small.
Yeah, but
gym
this is okay. Do you want to participate in this meeting or do you want to not? Because remember, you guys are a week behind everything else, the other events. So technically, you can make it here.
Yeah,
But didn't they go away and then back again?
Yeah, it took them about a week to go away and back. So
you guys did all these things, so
you're a week behind. So that means technically you could make it to this meeting. So do you want to be here, or do you just want to be out in the middle of the wilderness? Because this is going forward a week, but you'll still have that adventure in the wilderness because you're behind a week.
Oh.
So this is right after.
Yeah, I'm listening in.
Alright, so
Would the count?
you guys came back just fine. I mean, yeah, I guess you did whatever you were supposed to do and you came back. So, Niltaor, you're not in the main lobby. You're in a room with Malice and Yuki. They're still pissed at you, I mean, despite them. So, that has not changed since you left. In fact, that's probably made it worse.
Since when did I leave?
Yeah, you left because, remember, you were out on your adventure. This is you coming back from that adventure, so this is ahead of time.
Okay.
So Jangan is also kind of, remember, you know Jangan. Jangan's an alcoholic, so he's at his own table with a bunch of ale knocked out on a counter. That's the first thing he did when he got back. Okay, so Niltaor's not in the mid. Tobias is there. He's sitting upright, but you can see his head is to the side, and he's it's just there's a bunch of knocked out people in here. I think Tuquavo is probably the only one he's got a bunch of drinks on the table, but he's the noble one. He's crossed arms, sleeping with his eyes closed, head sort of down, but he's trying to keep a noble cast about him, despite being happily drunk. So you see Drake and Olga, they're kind of off to the side as well. I mean, everybody's happily drunk in the main lobby.
I still have my room, right?
Yeah, of course. So
Okay, I'm gonna grab hold
Not a lot of space. So, Frocko and them have moved into another house, so that room's available.
I go over to Olga and Drake. I'm
So-
gonna be like, you guys need a bed. And I just pick up
So
Olga and
Drake is, they're both passed out. I mean, like, they're both sleeping pretty heavily.
I'm gonna pick up Olga and take her to my room.
Okay, so
And
she
then-
kind of stares away. It's like, oh, when did you get back?
Now.
It's like,
And I'm all
okay.
bloody and shit.
So she kind of taps Drake, but he's pretty much asleep. I mean, like, he's not gonna move. He's on the table and he's not moving. So
I'll get him in a second.
yeah, so it's like, just use your other hand. Just pick him up or something. I don't know. It's like, so she reaches down and she picks up. Like, she tries to reach down and pick up Drake.
I'll grab Drake, I guess, and then I'll try holding both of them with one hand.
Yeah, it's simpler. Remember, she's trying to grab Drake, so she's going to be holding Drake, and you're going to be holding her, and then you'll carry her to wherever she needs to go.
Do you need some
teamwork.
help?
No,
So-
I have 25 strength. I'm
Okay,
good.
so he's fine. So, and plus, would you actually want to help him with that? I mean, like, it seems like a personal thing.
This is my wife, man. Don't touch my
Yeah.
wife.
Go. Do you say that out loud?
If he has to help, if he offers to help, I say,
Yeah, that's
no.
what it is. So it's like, you know, my
The
wife.
character
I'll
is
handle
also
it, so.
female.
I don't want you to touch my wife.
Okay.
I'm not interested
That's
in
him.
your wife. I was just offering to help you get your people upstairs.
No, this is my job.
Yeah, he's got it.
Hi.
Alright, so Neandra, what are you going to do now that you're back? So remember, this you arrived at like late in the morning. It's 4. It's like, it doesn't seem like anyone's awake.
There's not enough time for a long rest.
Yeah, it's short rest, like 4 hours, and then that's it. Because after that, you're going to get like a general call to wake up and let's get moving.
Well, a short rest, you don't actually have to be asleep for a short rest. It's just kind of hanging out. Just
So you're
hang
just
out in
gonna
the
hang
bar.
out. So
Yeah.
you don't even have to pay for any of the drinks. Everybody's knocked out. Who's going to care? So you're just seeing this as an opportunity. It's like, look at all these free drinks on the table.
All this alcohol and no one around to drink it. Such a shame.
Take one.
I'll do my part.
Okay, so that's a Constitution challenge of 5. Come on.
Fails. With
There's not a
that.
lot of alcohol on that table. That's probably why. Yeah, if you fail that'd be funny.
Well,
You can't physically.
My con save is a 5.
Well, you can fail that. It's called a crit fail. So
yeah, I would need a nat 1 to fail that.
yeah, you would need a 1 to fail that. So
It would.
you're just slamming back whatever alcohol's on the table.
You take all.
You
the
will
alcohol
eventually
and-
run out before the second hour, because there's not a lot. Like, you'll have to browse like the tables.
Yeah.
There's a couple villagers who are also asleep. It's like they just there's some party. And you see, there is one person that's awake, and that's the Count. He's kind of going over notes over at the corner table.
Do I see him?
Perception. So, in the darkness, this is 5. Come on. That basically means you see him. If you fail that, which is kind of impossible. So, yeah, you see him. He's going over things. He's kind of hard to miss also because he's in a giant armored suit.
I'm going to
I mean, a bigger armor.
try and avoid him at all possible because I know him,
Yeah,
but
so-
I don't know.
I don't
that
know.
he
Go
was,
and do insight. Do you recognize immediately who he is? So what's the insight? This is 20. Okay, so you don't know who this is. I mean, it's like, who's this behemoth in armor?
So I didn't see him last time I was in town. Well, obviously.
Nope, you didn't. Like, he's new to this town, so he looks up. That shouldn't say that, but he looks up and he does not, like, he kind of recognizes you, but not really. I mean, like, he's beckoning you to come to the table now that he sees you, that you're awake, he's awake, we might as well talk.
So he's like,
Yeah, he just, like, beckons a
Waving me
hand. Yeah, just waving you over.
grab. If there's any alcohol left, I'll grab one and walk over.
Okay, so you're just grabbing, like, a couple bottles of alcohol, just bringing them over.
Yeah, fuck it.
So, And so, as you're bringing it over, it's like, oh, you needn't worry, I paid for everything already. Just take what you want.
Oh, that's no fun.
Okay, so... It's like, yes, I am a bit of a killjoy, aren't I?
I expected a fight when they started waking up.
Okay.
Hoped for one, maybe.
It's like, and so he's looking around, it's like, well, you could always wake up that orc fellow over there. I mean, maybe he'll try to harm you.
Drunks are no fun to fight.
It's like, then why are you expecting them to wake up and fight?
And they might be a little more sober when they wake up.
It's like, No, it's like, so, who are you?
Oh, my name is Niadra.
So, it's like, huh.
No?
So it's like, that name sounds kind of familiar.
Finally.
But I don't think I really know. So, hold on, what is he...
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, he got a crit, so it's like... Then he just starts, it's like, wait. Niadra, the witch fiend?
I'm gonna visibly tense at that. It's like, no
like,
one.
Oh, sorry. I forgot that was derogatory. Just what are you doing here? Dude, you're supposed to be dead.
Yeah,
We're
we're
all
supposed to be dead a
dead.
few dozen
So,
times. by
and
now, I
he
think.
kind of smiles to himself. It's like, yes, and I guess I'm supposed to be dead. So he offers like a drink, and it's like, here's a ghost toasting another ghost.
I'm gonna laugh and accept
Hey.
that.
Yeah, so, then Spicoli
back
comes
down.
over.
Come back downstairs after dropping off Olga and Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Because I need a goddamn drink. I need to
Okay.
get really
Huh?
stupid high.
Oh, too late. All the drinks are gone.
Okay, so
Fuck else. smoke
no,
it
so
out.
he's got he's looking at around the table. And it's like, oh, and so he just reaches over to another table and takes a drink. It's like, you don't mind if I borrow this? Didn't think so.
I come
So
over
he's
and
pouring Spicoli a drink and he's passing it. It's like, and you must be the Soul Knight I've heard of, Spicoli.
Yeah, and I take off my helmet and set it down on the table.
It's
I
like,
rub
yes,
my eyes.
definitely, Spicoli. I was wondering when you guys would arrive. I've already
Well.
greeted. It looks like everyone's here already. So
I look
it's
at
like, then
the-
I guess the briefing can begin. Well, you'll need to be available in 4 hours. That's when you'll meet a bunch of. There's a lot of people you need to meet.
Did I hear the conversation about us being dead or them being dead?
Yeah, you walked in just as they said, here's a ghost toasting a ghost.
Yeah, and here's another ghost to join the party.
It's like, but you're not dead. And you're,
supposed to
wait,
be dead.
yeah, you were claimed dead. So, well, he exclaims, but you're not dead, or you haven't been claimed dead, have you?
Oh, I have.
It's like, seems to be a common thing happening around here. I mean, look over there. It's like Tobias. He's been already listed as killed in action by the Legion. Tequabo is the same. They say he died a traitor. Let's
We're all
see.
ghosts now.
It's like, well, we're pretty alive for ghosts.
I was supposed to be dead a few dozen times by now, I think.
It's like, as I, but
No.
they're probably the same thing hit all of you that hit me. They saw you as useful, so they let you live. For now.
And they had a funny way of showing letting you live. They tried to kill me
It's
every
like,
day.
oh, that doesn't mean they don't try to kill you. That just means they don't try to kill you hard enough to kill you.
So-
It's like putting up like he's drinking. It's like putting up appearances.
So what I miss? And who are you?
It's like, and he cocks an eyebrow. It's like, besides me sitting in front of you with a giant armored suit, quite a
Hey,
few.
I'm wearing a giant armored suit too. What do you
It's
think?
like we'll get you up to speed later. It's like, just wait a few hours. We'll get you all up to speed and hopefully on the same page.
Think you're the only one in a giant armored suit? Fuck you.
How do you
No,
know
he's
my
similar in
name?
mass to Tobias. He's about the same size. So it's not like he's not larger than any suit you've seen, but he's a little bit larger. Except for Niadra, who hasn't seen somebody in this much armor before, or this size. Okay, so you were asking.
How do you know my name?
It's like, do you not know who I am?
Yeah, I failed that check, didn't I?
Can I do a
Yeah,
check?
so yeah, you didn't. It's like, so it's like the fact that you don't recognize me answers my own question. So
Damn it.
yeah, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know who Count Angus is. That's
Well,
before your
hold on.
time.
Let's see if the challenge rating qualifies.
Yeah.
Ah,
Still,
come
it's
on,
like
that's
you
a
wouldn't
nat
know that.
one.
That's before your time. Like this
No,
knowledge
it's
isn't
still
just going to
pretty
come
high.
out of your head randomly. So,
It's still a pretty high number.
okay, so he it's like he points at you and it's like you wouldn't know who I am. This was way before the Druid Circle was even formed. It's like but seeing that as they claimed you as dead, I have a feeling that they were not the most uncorrupted of groups.
I just pull out like a couple. This is the reason why I got kicked out, and I just show him.
It's
Yeah.
like, and he just laughs. It's like, really? This is the
Yeah.
reason? A bit of a
Yeah.
stupid reason, don't you think?
My
like,
new way of casting. Here, let me show you, and I just do some like.
So he's
Take
watching, and it's like, I don't see a reason why you would claim someone dead for magic like that. Doesn't make
They-
sense.
I suppose they were jealous because they could never truly connect with nature and use nature for magic.
It's like, well, that may be true.
I
I
don't
have a feeling
understand
there
that.
might be ulterior motives, but yes, we'll go with that for now. No, it's like, but I digress. So he's offering a hand to Neandra. It's like, Count Angus. That's me. That I guess is my title for now.
I should recognize the name, huh?
That's insight. So this is going into your memory and seeing that's a 20. So I don't think you're gonna say, okay, well, so you immediately, he's a legend. He's a living legend. He is the first Lord of Glowspire. So you immediately know who, like, he is, and remember, he is the founder of the arena. So he's like a living legend to you. He's like and also, if anything, he was one of the first, like, he wasn't a lord that shied away from combat. He was one of the first gladiators.
Would I have seen any of his battles?
No, but you've heard of them. Just, he was the type of challenger where it's like you wanted to be at his fights. It drew in the crowds. He was if anything, he's your inspiration for attaining glory. You wanted to be as famous as him, because he was the type of man to take on armies by himself and win.
I remember
with just skill
you,
of arms.
You created the arena. You made it what it is, or what it was.
It's like pity of what it is that it no longer is around. I hope one day to put it back.
That's a lot of the
It's
reason
like,
why I left.
It's like he kind of clenches a fist and it's like, I didn't appreciate the mockery it became. I mean, it was supposed to be fair. It was supposed to be, you bring in the ones who want to, the willing combatants. This slavery, this extortion, this gambling, that was never my intent. That was never my vision.
Yeah.
It's like,
Was it your vision that those that were brought in against their will were to be freed?
it's
after
like
some
it was never
fights?
my vision to have anyone brought in against their will. That was all. That was the corrupted lord underlings.
You wouldn't mind if I leveled Glowspire a little bit, right, when we fight it?
You know what? It's like, I have no pity for those who remain in Glowspire. I'll be happy to see it burn to the ground if I can.
It's not going to necessarily burn, but turn into rubble.
It's like, rubble, burn, explode, I don't care. So long as it's no longer there, and that mistake is wiped out.
That gives me an idea.
So, he just like, he goes for a drink. It's like, sorry, I lost my face there a little bit. I am very unhappy about the legacy that is left to me. And it's like, you see Spicoli, it's like, wait, where are you going?
I have an idea.
And it's
I'm
like,
gonna-
oh, okay. And it's like he's looking in the other, it's like, does he always do that?
Kinda.
I
I barely know him.
So he's
Again.
drinking more.
I began writing a note to Quavo, asking if Quavo's the guy, right?
Tequava's knocked out, remember? He's like,
I know. I'm writing a note. I said,
okay, what's the note? Or what's on the note?
asking if they know anything about explosives.
Okay, so you see his eyes snap open, and then he looks at because he hears scratching, and then he sees the note being written. Then when you're done with it, he snatches the note and looks at it, and he nods, and then he just goes back to sleep.
It says, "Hey, Quavo, do you know anything about explosives? And if you do, could you show me how to make some?"
It's
really
like we'll get to
powerful
that
ones?"
point. It's like so one of ours already has a plan for that.
I know, but if I know
You'll
how
be
to make
briefed in a little bit. Like he's looking at his arm guard, and you see something that looks like a timepiece, like a weird dial. And it's like, oh. So, and he looks around, and you see that you're starting to see sunlight starting to peek out. It's like, oh, I guess it's time.
Beautiful sun.
So
Praise be to
he starts getting up, and he's moving. Like he moves past you guys, and he starts shaking people awake. Most of them, they try to, like, they open groggily, and then they see who it is, and he gives a nod, they give a nod, and he just keeps moving down the line.
I guess, yeah.
So he gets to where, I don't know, are you going to bring Olga along on this? Like, he gets there, he's about to knock, and then he sees you behind him, and it's like, do I wake them? Do I not? Do you get them? Who's getting them?
I'll get them.
So, are you going to get them?
I said I'll get them.
Okay, so he just goes on, like, you'll handle that part. So, Niltaor, this is you. So, he's just, he's knocking on the door. Do you actually hear any of it?
Yes,
That's
like
a...
roll?
That's a 5. What's up with these crit fails today?
Hmm.
That's bitterly ironic.